starting location. New York for the Illuminati, London for the Templars, and Seoul, South Korea for the Dragon. Now, each of these locations is modelled on their real-world counterparts, so they're all sort of built around trying to capture the essence of the real-world locations. And each player arrives in these locations following a very different sort of storyline. So the Templars actually are kind of met by a recruiter who invites them to come to their headquarters for a nice chat and a cup of tea about what it's like to be a Templar. The Illuminati encourage the player as a job interview to find their headquarters, which are hidden beneath the streets of Brooklyn. And the Dragon actually kidnap the player, put them in the back of a van, throw them out of the van into a street in Seoul, and when the player gets up there here in this location, this is where they start, there's a wall appeared behind them, blocking off the street that they were thrown out of, and they're stuck in this mysterious part of Seoul, where they don't know anybody and they don't know anything about what's going on. And so we're going to move forward now. So a part of the Dragon philosophy is sort of chaos and being a part of chaos, and so everything about this startup experience is supposed to confuse and feel very chaotic to the player, and you'll see what we're talking about. But right now we're going to follow the strange girl-like figure in the raincoat through the streets of Seoul. A quick comment about the hub cities in our game. All of them are designed to be the social gathering areas in our MMO experience. So we have auction house, banks, we have obviously PvP, free-for-all areas known as fight clubs. We have a dance floor in London, we have a theatre in London for players to actually go and put on their own plays. And obviously we have all of the faction headquarters, including the ranking missions, which will give the characters information about their factions. So when we approach the building of these hubs, we actually refer to Google Maps a lot. We use Google Maps to actually design locations that were found in the real world, and especially in the case of Brooklyn, you can actually go to that location in the real world. You probably won't find the Illuminati headquarters under the streets there, but it's somewhere that exists in the real world. And we try to ground all of our places in this, capturing the essence of the cities. So I don't know if anyone's ever been to Seoul, but Seoul has a lot of these boutique hotels as well, karaoke bars, PC banks. All of these things are represented in this area of Seoul. And the player actually, later on in the story mission, is able to pick up missions from a karaoke singer who's singing in broken Korean and English. And you actually get from the English words she says, missions. So it's all about this sort of chaotic feeling with the Dragon. So now we're going to just head into the hotel room and find out where this child was leading us and what she was leading us to.
You're shy. Shy, confused, lost. You're not lost anymore. The Dragon found you. And now, you found me. Everything happens for a reason. Every event, no matter how small, has consequences. They will ask you to do things, and most of the time, you will not know why, or what the consequences may be. It is the curse of the Dragon. We do not know why we do what we do, but we do it regardless, because they tell us it is right. From chaos, there is order, and clarity. The one moment of absolute clarity comes in that brief exhalation of ecstasy. When our minds are empty, we are receptive to the truth. Most of the time, You will not understand the reasons. You will not be able to see the consequences of your actions. But there is one event you must understand. One truth. It's my job to help you see it.
So every faction has their own unique way of bringing the player into this event which happens in the past. This is one of the inciting incidents for everything that happens in the secret world in the game. And every faction has their own unique approach. The Templar characters are brought here by a raving madman on the streets of London, a prophet, a street prophet. The Illuminati are brought here by a mad doctor who straps them down and injects them with a serum. And the dragon are brought here, well, you saw how the dragon are brought here, by their own methods, their own organic methods, if you will. So, I'm not going to talk too much about this flashback because we've shown it plenty of times to press. But one thing I'm going to mention here that's kind of important detail to pick up on is this black stuff called the filth. Now the filth is a very important component of the story in the secret world. And we'll be coming back to talk about the filth quite a bit during this presentation. And I'll be coming back to mention that later. So, right now I'm going to ask Martin to come up here and actually introduce you guys to some of the combat and systems in the secret world. He'll be showing off a part of Egypt.